CBA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Carolina Panthers. Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and off we go from uptown Charlotte. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's the first carry for Sean Tucker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Jackson going to change things up a bit. Jackson, off play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Mitchell will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Check pink. Hey, go steal. Hut, hut.
Another run with Mitchell. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Young loses it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Ready.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Shot, 17.
Throwing, Young. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum. This is how you have your defense rounding into form. A shutout here in the late going. They're playing their best football at the exact right time.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Strike. Check strike. Ready?
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Ready?
2nd and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
On the ready?
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Watch out now. 50 series. Check smash. Set.
Here is Young. His throw incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Mega. Ready?
Young now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Alpha, sit on! 180! Nice shot!
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Here's Tucker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. 2nd down and 8.
Hey, middle.
Running left, here's Mitchell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. Tucker's kick is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Down.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Give running right is Mitchell. Down the sideline he goes. He's on his way. Touchdown, Carolina. Elijah Mitchell with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers get a bit closer.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make it 24-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Lamar changing the look. On the ground, it's Tucker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On second down, Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. On third down, here's Mitchell. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run with Tucker. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the 25-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Lamar changing the play. On 3rd down, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Ready.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now here's Young. He finds his man complete. That's Neal. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
First and 10 at the
5,
45-yard
97.
line.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is 2nd and 8.
Steal. Check steal.
Young. He finds his man complete. It's Neal. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here.
Ready up. Black Ultra.
Looking to throw, Young. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Ready, break.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, check mega.
Back to throw. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Smash, smash. Ready?
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep the deficit at 20.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Hey.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Panthers take over first down 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Young off the play fake. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Ready.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, go steal. Ready.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Taking on the midfield logo. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Jackson going to change things up a bit. On the handoff, Mitchell. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
Now they'll change things up. They run. It's Tucker. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Mitchell. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Change it.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, middle. Hey. Go right here. Hey, middle. 180. What a shot.
Throwing is Jackson. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Ready, set.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Strike. Check striker.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And 8 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Foster, 6. Ready.
To throw, Young. Completes it to Davis. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Jackson now on 1st down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Return it. Hey, report. Report. Go.
Now Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. And now they'll shift things around.
Report.
Tucker will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Next to score, Ravens 37, Panthers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ultra.
Now Young. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Adafe Owe. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Okay.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Young to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And this one will be returned to right around the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. It's Tucker. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. A handoff for Mitchell running left. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Jackson now. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked off by Anthony Brown. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Panthers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Ready?
Young. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Down. Hey, go Fury. Hey.
Now Young. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
On 1st and 10, Young. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 49 yards. And the Ravens are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Young will set to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Their own 45-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Tucker. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, it's Tucker, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuffed the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Steal! Check, steal! Ready, ready!
A give here to Mitchell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go!
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's McLaughlin. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
Ready.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mega.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
At the 29-yard line.
Hey, Alpha, it's hot. 13. Get on.
A run with Mitchell. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 82 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now 2nd and 9. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.